feel like this last week has kind of rejuvenated your team?
Yeah, I think it was important to get some momentum back in our direction, and you know, even I think the weeks prior, our game at Arizona State and moments at Oregon, we were kind of starting to put some things together and figure it out. So it was great to culminate with our last homestand, and like I said, get kind of revitalized heading to Vegas, and have a little bit of confidence, but understand why we were successful is more important than just having that good feeling, and hopefully carry that into the tourney.
What are some of the reasons you look at as to why you guys might be able to have some success down there?
Well, we're starting to shoot the ball better. That's been the problem. I know it sounds pretty elementary, but when you're making shots, it makes things a little bit easier all around. Now, the message moving forward is nights when they're not particularly going in, you got to really defend, and that was the other thing we did over the weekend. We defended very well.
Oregon did this last year where they weren't in a position to make the NCAA tournament, but they ended up winning the Pac-12 tournament, and they made it. Is it nice having that kind of hope?
Well, yeah, that's what the postseason tournaments, especially if you're not in a position to maybe get an at-large, is to play yourself into it. Now, I think we've got a couple of opportunities. Obviously, if you win the tournament, you get that bid. But if you make a little bit of damage and noise in a position that we are with the rest of our season and the 5 wins we have against the top 25 nets, we can build our resume there as well. So a lot in front of us. Right now, our focus is Utah, and we've got to prepare and take care of business there, and then move on to the next thing. But the guys are fully aware that there's a great opportunity in front of us.
And just going off of that, you've had 5 wins over those top 25 teams. How nice is it to know that you could beat the best?
No, for sure. It should give us some confidence. Again, we've got to take care of the business at hand, but if we're able to advance, we certainly should feel confident playing one of those top 4 seed teams, knowing that we've had pretty good success against them.
What's the difference between those games that you win against those top 25 opponents and those games that don't fall through?
I think just the focus and the level of confidence. Obviously, we shot it better in those games, defended better, and just played with an overall better sense of urgency. And then we got really good contributions off the bench. And when we haven't played that way and we haven't gotten the boost off the bench and we haven't shot it well, then our defensive focus drops, and it's unfortunate, but it's cost us a couple games. So we've learned plenty from our mistakes, and now we can't let those things rear their ugly heads here now that we're in the postseason.
It would seem like these last 2 games are 2 of the best examples of kind of contributions across the board from your guys.
No, for sure. There was a couple other ones. Even though we lost the game at Arizona State, I thought we got great contributions from the whole team, and we've added a lot of new guys. So we knew it was going to take some time, and I know everybody wanted it to happen earlier than it did, but it's starting to get to where our chemistry and everything the guys are really comfortable in their roles and know what we expect, and this is the important time of year. At least we got to this point, and the key is moving forward to make sure we can depend on that depth and those contributions and the level of consistency with which we play.
Thanks, Brian.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck.